After meditation, today's topic will be about SakshiGeetam by Ojarshi. And today we will see verse number 3 and verse number 4. Now let us start our meditation. You know what to do. Please slowly come out from your meditation. Welcome to Beam Meditation. Today we will see verses 3 and 4 from SakshiGeetam. Sakshi is unaffected by words, thoughts, and actions. Sakshi is pure consciousness. Sakshi is all pervading. We all are affected or would be affected by words, thoughts, and actions. His entire existence depends on our actions, on our thoughts, and the words. But Sakshi, or the witness, is not affected by words. We read so many books, we listen to so many discourses, and many a times we get confused. What shall we do and what we shall not do? Or what is the right path? Different kind of words are spoken and written by so many people according to their experiences. There are so many thoughts floating around in our mind and also outside. And accordingly, we act upon them. But Sakshi is not affected by any thoughts or words or actions. So if we are affected by any kind of words, that could be somebody is praising you or somebody is insulting you. And if we get affected, then we are still in the process of our journey. If we change our path or our direction, depending on the thoughts either created in your mind or by someone else, it simply means that we are not yet in the Sakshiness. And actions. So many people do so many actions, including us. And we label them accordingly. We judge people, we judge ourselves even. Why did I think like this or that? Or why have I done this or that? Sakshi does not label any thoughts good or bad. Sakshi does not label any actions good or bad. And Sakshi does not label any words good or bad. This sounds very easy, but if we think that we are made of so many thoughts and actions and words floating around us, we are programmed according to our culture. And if something does not fit in our cultural mindset, we label them as inappropriate. Just think beyond the earth. There are multiverses there. Billions and billions of galaxies are there. And there would be different kind of life forms would be there. We live in three-dimensional world. There would be 4, 5, 4 multi-dimensions world floating somewhere else. And we just label our experience, our dimensions, our culture, our thoughts, our values of society as good or bad. No matter what, Sakshi will not be affected, excuse me, by any actions, by any thoughts, or by any words. And why is that? Because Sakshi is beyond mind. Sakshi is beyond speech. And Sakshi is beyond imagination. If there is no mind, if there is no speech, if there is no imagination, then how could Sakshi be affected? Sakshi is pure consciousness. When we say pure consciousness, that's the maximum or the ultimate or the most possible explanation of the absolute. Because the absolute or the ultimate is beyond consciousness and non-consciousness. Beyond Jad, Jad is inanimation, and beyond Chaitanya, that is consciousness. But to explain the virtues or the attributes about Sakshi, we have to use this word, pure consciousness. Because in pure consciousness, there remains nothing apart from consciousness. And that consciousness is all-pervading, is everywhere. Sometimes we think that there are so many inanimate objects like a rock, dust, wood, or mountains, because we sense that they are not conscious. But in reality, everything is conscious. Consciousness is all-pervading, is everywhere. There is not anything apart from consciousness. But because of the limitation of our senses, we cannot perceive the consciousness all around. But in reality, consciousness is everywhere. There is only Sakshi and nothing but Sakshi. You are that Sakshi, and Sakshi is you. Because there is only Sakshi and nothing but Sakshi. Although Sakshi means to one that witnesses, but in reality, no one witnesses no one. But as I have mentioned before, this is the most nearest explanation we can give about the consciousness as the witness. And we only use this word witness while we are traveling on the spiritual path. Once one realizes himself or herself, her true self, there is nothing to witness because there is only one, and that one is without the second. And you are that one. And this is the most difficult part to accept because we always cling upon something. By nature, we are dependent. We like someone to take care of us. We like to be led. We like to be guided. We like to be directed. But in reality, there's only one, and that is you, or the Sakshi, or the ultimate. These two verses from SakshiGeetam. Please unmute yourself to share your wisdom. Thank you very much.
Yes, Namaste Vijayji.
Namaste.
Yes, thank you so much for these verses, these 3 and 4. It's really very important, and just witnessing, as Master Osho always says, observer and observed should be one. Everything is a pure consciousness, and there should be no judgments, and whatever we are witnessing, we should not tag it. Just simply witness. There exists only consciousness. So you have said it, and you have put this from in a very, very grand manner, and we really enjoyed it. And the fourth words that you have mentioned is about the Sakshi is you. You are the complete witness. You are the pure witness. It's really wonderful, Vijayji. It's being in Sakshi mode is something like being always grounded, being always neutral. As Buddha says, the middle path. There is no high, there is no low. It's everything is equal, and just be a witness. So thank you so much for bringing this subject to us. Thank you so much once again, Vijayji.
Thank you.
Yes, friends, if there is anybody who wants to share, please go ahead and you can unmute yourself, please.
Thank you, Vijayji. This is Varna. Beautiful session and great wisdom. I like that last sentence that you mentioned. Like, we always want someone to guide you, right? So we came in the meditation, and again we wanted a guided meditation. Without guided, we feel lost. And we have to be observing our breath, but we feel we want some masters to come in and help us to energize. Yes, you will get it, but you are clinging on to that, right? So whatever you wanted, you will get it. but that is not the ultimate. Still, there is a difficulty, and still there will be a problem until you cling on to something or someone. So we have to hold on to that, the ultimate one, which is no clinging, nothing, just experience. It's after all experience, since we are taking this human birth. So understand, yes, we will go through it, but just don't look for the limitedness, because you are that ultimate. Even there's no consciousness that you mentioned, no observer, observing. So yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. When we have that understanding, I think we always in safe zone. Thank you very much, Vijayji.
Thank you.
Lovely, lovely message. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, Vijay, I also forgot to mention about the third verse, in which you have mentioned about not getting influenced by reading books or thoughts of somebody else, or even your own thoughts should not get influenced, and words and actions. So never judge and never get influenced. Just be a witness to whatever is happening around is again wonderful. So thank you so much, Vijay.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Anybody else, Masters? Yes, Milaji, go ahead.
Hi, Vijayji, thank you. I was just reading a quote of Ramana Maharishi this morning, and it kind of rang true to what you're saying. Whatever this body is to do, whatever experiences it is to pass through, was decided already when it came into existence. So we're just kind of, letting everything pass through because we're in this body. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, I think we say observed and observer because we don't know in this body how to differentiate. If we can't appreciate the oneness, we only know the duality. It's either there, outside, or inside. But in reality, there's no outside or inside, as you said. It's just all in one. But in this body, it's hard, I think, for everyone to know what that's about. So these are beautiful. This is the next level of Vijayji you're discussing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you once again, Vijayji, and we look forward to hearing you again the next Monday. Thank you once again.
Definitely. You can conclude now. Yes, thank you,
Sure.
everybody.
Thank you. Yeah. So, friends, we will all see each other again tomorrow morning for a meditation. Till then, namaste. Bye-bye, everyone.
Namaste.